Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of Everquest Old School. And on this episode, I am playing my Barbarian Shaman, who is level 4. And we are going to go over to Blackburrow. Or at least we're going to try to get there. Now, I haven't been there in a very, very long time, so I may take a wrong turn here and there, but hopefully we'll get there just fine. I think we will. It's not really that hard of a run. There may be a few creatures you kind of have to avoid along the path, like the Vengeful Lyricist over here. There's skeletons that walk around. They look like the decaying ones from a distance, but they are much, much higher level. So, as you can see over here, and for those of you who may have not have been ready for it, the entrance to Hollis is right down that path. That's where we started. And you just pretty much come right out of here. Now, you can take several different paths. You can come down to the right, or you can go down to the left and then take a right around the corner. You just want to stay over here in these little, almost these little tunnel systems of the cold. But for me, I'm going to go right just to show you this once. I'll go the other paths as well and show you how to get there as we go to Blackburrow more often than not. I think is what we're going to be doing, and we'll have to come back and sell and stuff. So I'll take different paths, but you'll see that there's a path leading off that way. I believe that's a dead end. You want to stay on the main course, the main road, basically. Now, there is no, path showing you how to get there. There's no maps on Everquest to lead you in the right direction. And we're going to stay away from those wolves. They will attack. I think I've killed enough of them to kind of tick them off. Although there's really no faction with the wolves. I'm just saying that to be kind of silly because I don't think that's the right way. I think it's this way. So we've already passed 3 little exits on the right hand side, and we've pretty much just gone straight past. I know it's a little difficult for people to understand where you're at when you're going through zones like this. There's really no landmarks. I can't show you, oh, okay, this mountain has a big rock on it, or this one has red, blood all over it or something, and this is where you need to turn left. It's all kind of looks the same. The only thing you can start to tell is how the mountains look, because they do have a certain look to it, like these little jets that come out. But again, it's not one of those things that is really, really well defined. Now there are some goblin camps out here, and you can come out here and kill these guys. They're not too bad of experience. They're a little difficult to kill if you don't have good armor on, but if you just wait a few levels, you can come out here and kill them, and you should be fine. Now I think there's another camp a little further up that we're going to pass as well. Now that we're going down the right-hand side. As I said, you can go down the middle, or you can even go down the left-hand side. I'm doing that, the directions from leaving Hollis, so it would be the right-hand side leaving Hollis, not coming to Hollis. There's a lot of good creatures out here, nice little blue ones. Again, though, if you're not near the town, you do have to worry about quartz runs if you die. You also don't have that safety factor of running back to town when you get in trouble, getting over your head, so coming out a little further away will give you more creatures to kill that you don't have to share with newbies, but it's going to pose some issues. The good thing about that, though, is, again, if there's a lot of newbies running around, a lot of people who are just starting new characters, not only do you want to find more creatures to kill, but you also want to leave those creatures there for them, because they're just starting out. They may not quite literally know where to go to get anything else. So if you're well aware of where you can go to another zone or to another spot, and you intend on soloing and not grouping with people, then my suggestion would be to leave it there for them. Let them do it, because they just don't know any better. And hopefully when they do, I think I took a wrong turn. Yeah, that's a dead end over here. Let's go back. There's quite a few dead ends along the path, and like I said before, it's been some time since I've come over here to Blackburrow. Now, I don't believe it was this path, but we're gonna go down this way just to make sure. I think this is another dead end, to be honest, but we'll check it out. Yeah, I think it is. Yeah, it's a dead end. Okay, so that would be like the 7th or 8th dead end that we found along the path, going this way. And yeah, they're just pretty much all over the place. You kind of just have to learn it as you go. No, it wasn't that way, right? Yeah. Let's go down this route. Some more goblins. What level? Well, they're blue. I took a little bit of damage from falling, so be careful with that for those of you who are not familiar with the fact that you can die from falling in this game. Other games, you can fall from great distances and not really take that much damage. In this one, you can't really do that. You can have safe fall to a certain extent, but even with safe fall, there are distances that are just not possible to jump off of and survive unless you fall in water. Water is your saving grace. Now, in real life, if you jump from a distance too high, in fact, I think that's coming up right here. Is this it? Yeah, I think this is it. If you jump from a distance that's too high, even into water, you're not gonna survive that. But in this game, no matter how high the distance is, if you land in deep enough water, and it does have to be deep enough. If it's just really shallow and you land in it, you're gonna hear that crunch, and then that's the end of your story right there. And good luck getting your corpse back, because now you're gonna have to figure a way to get down there without dying, and that's not gonna be easy. So there's some guards out here. They're blue. That's kind of cool. Blue guards. So they're not too tough. So let's go on inside. In fact, there's something here on the ground. Let's pick that up. Oh, some grubs. Somebody was harvesting, picked up some grubs. That's nice. I'll take them. People who can then forage really have it pretty easy if they keep up with it. It's very easy to forget about it. But if you don't, let's see. Cast a spell on him. No, it wouldn't take hold. And he's yellow, so he probably has a few spells better than I do. And I actually haven't gone back to buy my next level spells because I don't have any money. I know I can get some, I just don't have the cash to pay for it. So I've kind of been putting myself off on that one. We're going to come over here, though, and we're going to kill a few creatures just to see if we can do it. Now, this is probably a little too high for us. I mean, we're only level 4, so we're probably only going to be able to kill the creatures right here at the entrance. We're not going to be able to go in very deep. But it's one of those zones that if you can find a group, or as you progress through your levels, you're going to be able to go a little deeper and then a little deeper so that you can progress through the zone. I definitely want to do that because it's one of the zones that kind of gets overlooked. A lot of high levels come in here and just wipe the whole zone out completely, and all you'll find is dead corpses all over the place. Wow. This would be easy to get lost in. This is the path they came from. Yeah, this is the path they came from. The first thing you see is more paths splitting up all over the place. And apparently this is where this guy spawned. What does he have right here? Shorthand spear. And I hear somebody walking. That's usually not a good sign. Oh, it's him. I thought it was another ghoul. Scared the crap out of me. You can see on the walls, they have little, you can see what they meant it to be, like a weapons rack right here with some kind of ghoulish weapon here on the front, like scythe or something. And then you have some little swords of different make, and then some barrels on the wall, and then you actually have a 3-dimensional barrel. I kind of always assumed that when they did this kind of stuff, they meant to come back and actually add the 3-dimensional picture of it. Because you can see right here, they have a torch that's 3-dimensional. It has fire that's 3-dimensional. And then they have this that's just 1. It's just a texture that they painted on. And I think if they had enough time and they had the budget when the game first came out, they would have gone back and put those in the game. So I wouldn't really be that upset if they could somehow integrate these objects. If they could take them from other places in the game that they actually put them in and then put them over here, I wouldn't be upset with that. That would still be the old school feel to the game, but yet improving upon what they had, I think, intended to do in the first place. So let's see. Nothing is up, and this is the problem. Let me see who's in this zone. No, they're pretty decent level. Nobody's here that shouldn't be here. Ooh, he's yellow. I don't know if we can take on a yellow, guys. We'll try him. We're right here next to the entrance. We got him whether we wanted him or not. So let's back up a little bit, and we'll slowly back up. Holy crap, he's hitting me hard, guys. We're running. No! I'm gonna die. I don't even know if I will get to the entrance to the zone. Can we do it? Yes, we got to the entrance. Now, we do actually have to fight our way out if the creatures have spawned. There's a few of them in this tunnel that are there. So I guess we're not going to be able to do this zone for now, but at least you guys know how to get here. And we'll go ahead and run back to town, and I'll show you the second path, which is down the middle. So this can be a little tiny tutorial video, basically, for those of you who are unfamiliar with the different zones. And as I said before, one of the main things in this game is just exploration. Figuring out how to get from point A to point B. It's not always easy. Wow, that spell is really, really loud. I'll have to listen to the video after the fact and see if you guys can even hear what I'm saying when that's going off, because that's extremely loud on my earphones right there. You guys probably can't hear a word I'm saying when I do that, but yeah, one of the big things about this game is just going off in a path and seeing what's there or how to get there in the first place. Sometimes groups would invite you to zones that you've never even heard of, and you're like, yeah, I would love to join, but I don't even know how to get there. And they give you these instructions on how to do it, and it's funny because they can give you like word for word detailed instructions on how to get to a zone from where you're at, because they remember it. It's like been ingrained into their head, because that is how much instructions in this game matter. Like knowing how to get to a zone is so important that it's been, carved on their brain. And they know you go down, you go east, and you want to work on your sense heading, guys. For those of you who don't know how to get there, you just go to the second tab, or yeah, it's the second tab under your action bar. Right click on one of the numbers and pick out any of these things. Now, some classes get some things to start with. Oh no, he died. Can I heal him? No, he's dead. Dang it. That sucked. But yeah, some classes get some special things to start with, like bash or slam.
What's going on? I'm like frozen.
I'm lagging out a little bit there. Let's see, what level is this guy? He's blue. Well, I'm gonna get some payback for the little guy he just killed. We'll come over here and smack him a couple of times. Hopefully not die and look stupid, but yeah. You want to come over here and you want to get sense heading. You want to make that a button. Now, sense heading, you have to constantly click, and if you set it up to one of your buttons, like one of your arrow keys, every time you use that arrow key, you'll do your sense heading button, and that's usually the best way to level it up. Once you level it up, then you can take it off and only use it when you need it to. But again, during directions, people will tell you to go west or go south or go east, and that's how you know which direction is south and which one's east. You don't always have a compass up on your bar like in some MMOs where you always know what south is and what's always east. It kind of makes sense for some games that, would require you to have a compass, but this one doesn't have such a thing. You can't buy a compass. It never talks about compasses. And for those of you who are trying to pay attention, you just come out of the entrance right here. We came from the left side. You can come over here to the right side, which is where we're going now. And this will lead you to the middle part and the right-hand part of the... well, actually not the right-hand part. It would be the left-hand part if we're going by the same directions as coming from Hollis. You can take either or path. The middle part is kind of a little more complicated because you can interweave into the left-hand part and the right-hand part on a lot of different paths, and so you can kind of get lost a little bit and turned around and going around in circles quite a bit, and so you want to be kind of very careful with that. Whichever path is easiest for you is the one I would suggest taking. The middle one I would think would have fewer creatures that are aggro to you than the right-hand path. The right-hand path has quite a few goblin camps, but that's usually why... did that guy just die? I don't know if he just died or not, but it has all his stuff on him. Something's chasing me, I think. Oh, he put breeze on me. That was nice of him. Wow. Got some nice people out here tonight. Actually, every night. This server is incredibly kind, guys. I haven't really met anybody who's been mean. I mean, I've actually was in just a group the other night that was in unrest with my cleric that they were getting upset with somebody who went AFK for too long and they booted him out of the group and stuff, and that was really my first experience since being back where people were being negative. And yeah, it's not one of those things you really enjoy seeing. Oh, it didn't take hold. Nothing I give out ever takes hold. I can't wait until I get so that I can give back to people, because he just gave me clarity and I can't even give him so. So you can go right, which is one path, or you can take a left, go this way. He's going to follow that path. I kind of want to follow him, but I kind of don't. Polar bear misses and mauls you. Okay, so we have a polar bear on us. That's alright, we'll run away. So if you go this way, to the left, or straight ahead actually, that will lead you back the same path that we took last time. If you go down this path, it should be more towards the middle. So that's the route we're going to go. And I still have that polar bear on me. I could probably turn around and kill him, but I don't want to just this second. I want to keep going. and get to the zone entrance. Because, again, we got to level 4, and I want to go see if I can afford any of the spells that we have now. Because I do have... Oh, no, there's a red creature there. And we've actually been here before. This is where we killed those goblins. Oh, great, we got a train. Train to zone, guys. Run! And I'm not doing that sliding thing, because if I was, then these creatures wouldn't be hitting me at all. And I don't really like it. It looks weird, and it definitely is kind of cheating. I probably should call this out, because I have so many creatures on this. But I don't think it's going to be an issue. Last couple times I've come over here to the zone, there hasn't really been anybody there. I guess I shouldn't base it by that, because it's kind of unfair. You know, if I base it by that, and then I get there and there's somebody there, and I didn't give them credit, or didn't give them warning, that definitely sucks. I definitely know what that feels like. Okay, so he pulled one off of me. There's like 15 dudes on me. Let me zoom out, see if I can get a... Nah, I can't get a view that way. What if I change the view with F9? There we go. Yeah, there's tons and tons of guys on me. Oh, I'm gonna get another one. Nope, it didn't join. Run! Run, Forrest. You see how every time he makes a turn, though, the creatures catch up a little bit more, a little bit more. So when you do this, you want to make as many as few course corrections, I should say, as possible. You don't want to keep moving around a lot, especially in some of the later zones like dungeons and things. Let me zoom in a little bit. Let's see. They're gonna kill him? Kill him? No, there's still quite a few on me. Ah, they can't catch him. I could slow down and I could stop and they would catch it. Oh, crap. I didn't want that other guy to get hit. They're gonna kill him. Okay, they killed him. Yeah, I stopped to make sure that I kept aggro. If I had zoned, then those creatures definitely would have jumped off of me and onto him. So I stopped, let the guards kill him, and then did it that way. So I don't know. I think it was a little bit better off for him without dying. I do regret doing that. So if you do watch this video, Jordan, I do apologize for that. Probably should have called out a train, but I don't know. I didn't think about it really. It didn't seem like there was going to be anybody there. That was just bad timing, I think. So let's go ahead. Oh, somebody's running over here. So we're going to go ahead and call the video here, guys. Again, if you enjoy these videos, please take a moment, hit the like button, subscribe. Definitely helps grow my channel, and I greatly appreciate that. You're also more than welcome to leave comments down below. I'd love to hear back from you guys on what you think, what you want to see in the future. And I'll catch you guys next time. Thanks again for watching.